Third part of when you were threatened to steal information from a ruthless cold mafia who was known as a reaper. Author point of view. You brown-eyed doll. His dark eyes were fixed on you. He took a step closer and you stumbled. You intake large breaths when he walked beside you and fell on the bed with a thud. Dropping the idea of finding anything, you left his room. After sending Kyle to school, you came to Taehyung, who was on dining table. You were told to join him. Is there any meeting regarding work? He looked up at you. Even though he allowed last night, still he looks so fresh. Ta, did you came to my room last night? You were expecting this. Shan, yes, you had a lot last night. I was worried for you. He left his place and his guard stepped in. Man, sir, Mr. George is here. Ta, oh, our guest is here. You turned around and that was an old man. He was forced on his knees and Taehyung approached him. George, please forgive me, Mr. Kim. Ta, too late. That was trembling in fear. Taehyung forwarded his hand and his guard put on it. That weapon passed you, a shivering chill. Ta, any last words? Your lips parted in shock. George, please forgive me. I will never do that again. I will never betray you. Please, just this once. He was bleeding and you whipped your face that had small sweat droplets all over. Taehyung grinned in response. He pointed at him. Jan, please don't kill him. You stepped near him and he turned his face towards you. Jan, can't you forgive him? He is aged. Ta, does that make him any less guilty? Jan, you should forgive him when he is bleeding like this. You didn't know that man, but still you felt bad for him. Ta, everyone plead when they get caught. Jan, he is an old man. Why can't? And that was pulled. Taehyung's eyes were at you, and the aim was perfect. With widened eyes and pounding heart, you tried to catch your breath. Jan, how could you do that? His eyes bored into yours that were teary now. Jan, why taking someone's life is so simple for you? You yelled, attentively facing to you. He tilted his head with a small smile on his face. Jan, you don't have any heart, and you talk about loyalty, love, rising and falling as he walked to you. Ta, you didn't object when I killed Richard. Why? Because he did wrong, and you with you, so it was fine. You felt yourself scattered. Jan, no. Ta, his disloyalty ended him. Composing yourself, you slightly hit down his chest. Jan, if someone is disloyal, then that doesn't give you right to end his life. Cut your ties with him, but you cannot just kill him. You were shouting while the servants took away body, and as if it was very normal for them. With the tip of his under your chin, he brought his face closer to you, was cold against your warm skin. Ta, this is how I work, Sean. Don't act like you never knew about it. You gulped down saliva and tried to move away, but he pulled you with his arm around you. You held back your tears. Sean, this is wrong. You should not. Ta, when it comes to should not, there are a lot of things that should be prohibited. But you see, everyone have their reasons to do wrong deeds, right? Ta, you too must have reasons for your wrong deeds. Your inside screamed to tell him everything, but what he did with George scared you. Shan, you are on a wrong path, Taehyung, and you will only meet with disloyalty because your world is too dark to deserve love. His eye twitched at your words and knuckles turned white due to his tight grip. Shan, can't you leave all this? Stop killing people. You will find true love. For a moment, you saw regret in his eyes that he covered soon. Keep your advices to yourself. His voice was harsh as he detached himself and walked away. He went out with his cards and you were supposed to leave for office. Lately, what happened had scared you that Taehyung doubts you. Your phone rang with Victor's number. You picked the call. Victor, did you find the drive? Jan, he almost caught me. Victor, I need that Jan or your brother will not come back alive. Jan, no, don't you dare to touch him. Hey, wait. But he cut the call. You looked at screen of your phone and then stepped to Taehyung's room. After 2 days, you placed coffee on Taehyung's table and he instantly pulled himself from the chair. Ta, tell the guards to get ready. He ordered his secretary, who bowed and left to obey. Shan, where are you going? He looked at you with a raised brow. Shan, coffee? Ta, I don't need it. He barely talked to you in these 2 days. At home, he cheerfully chats with Kyle and totally ignores your presence. Jan, are you trying to give me silent treatment? You didn't move your eyes from his face as he moved to you. Ta, for what? Jan, because of that day when you judged, but I wasn't wrong. You are involved in every crime, and it's really not good. Ta, you sound like you really care for me. He turned and picked his cell phone. After putting it in his pocket, he opened the drawer and picked the same flash drive that you copied and gave to Victor. Sean, I really took care for you. We will see. His secretary came, told that everything is ready. When you copied that drive, you roughly go through it, and the mission was supposed to done by his workers. Then where was he going? Sean, why are you leaving? There are few meetings. Ta, cancel them. Sean, but these are important. Why don't you just send some men? And ta, it's more important. You were having negative feeling about this. Ta, why you look so tense? Jan, you shake your head. After approaching you, he gave you a warm hug. Ta, we are good. I am not mad at you. You wanted to stop him. Tell him that Victor knows about this and he can attack him. But your brother's face popped up in your mind, who was always at Jan. Please be safe. He nodded and left with his secretary. While fidgeting, you looked towards the camera. Victor had access to that camera. He can see, and now he knows that Taehyung went on the mission too. You had no way to stop it, but you did not want him to be killed. Taehyung was standing in front of two men who gave him a bag full of money. Their guards were unloading the container. Man, we are happy with the deal, Mr. Kim. Taehyung smiled with a proud and nodded. Ta, let's make more profitable deals in the future. And Taehyung's secretary received a call. He picked it and a woman's voice was heard. Please leave that place. You will be attacked soon. The voice was heavy as if someone tried to change it. He whispered in Taehyung's ear and his face was stiff. Ta, it can be a prank call, but we cannot take the risk. He ordered everyone to wind up the work. Just 10 minutes passed and heavy stormed over them. Though he was alerted, but he wasn't expecting that to be sent. Ta, cover the traders. He yelled at his men as the safety was his responsibility. They tried to save them, but their opponents were strong and outnumbered them. Ta, someone betrayed. Anger rose more when the dealers he carelessly came out and started attacking back. His guards forcibly took him to their cars to leave as they were short in number. It was evening and now you were about to faint due to anxiety. You had been trying to reach Taehyung but failed. Jan, what happened there? The call was made by you as you were sure that Victor is planning something. Jan, please don't get hurt, Taehyung. He is a mafia reaper, but still, your heart was aching thinking that he could be killed. A noise appeared at entrance, and you hurried towards it. Your eyes widened. You saw Taehyung who had stains all over. Then your eyes fell on Ellie, who was being dragged by a guard. Taehyung locked a gaze with you, and you felt like being stabbed with them. Jan, Taehyung, are you okay? He shrugged and looked down at himself. Da, all fine. Ellie, Taehyung, please listen to me. He turned towards her, and the guard pushed her on the floor. Da, I really want to, Ellie, but make sure to speak something valuable. Ellie, I didn't do anything wrong. She had cut marks on her face. Da, name the person for whom you betrayed me. She looked between them, and what he was concluding was horrifying. Da, and when you were already betraying me, then why you called us? Ellie, I didn't. Please believe me. Taehyung jerked her off when she tried to hold on him. Man, the call was made by a woman, but the voice was unrecognizable. Shaking her head, she was crying badly. She screamed when Taehyung her. Shan, Ta, you maybe misunderstand. Ta, don't meddle, Shan. Your heart drowned seeing her getting for what you did. Taehyung pulled out at her. Ellie, no, don't me, please. I didn't betray you. Please. She was almost dead and begged for her life. Before you could open your mouth, she lost her life. Weight crushed your heart that you her. You fell on the floor and looked up at that heighted people who can kill anyone who has a stone in his chest. To be continued. Thanks for watching. Next part will be uploaded soon. And love you.